In the tree now. Or working your way into the tree.
They were in the tree earlier. They both were in the tree. They're teaming up on the birds.
It was kind of cute. Blackie was on this side of the fence, and there was a little tiny bird. I thought it was just a baby that was injured or something on the other side of the fence, about not even 3 feet from Blackie. And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I couldn't quite see it because I didn't have my glasses on yet. I just saw it moving and it had wings. I thought it was a little hummingbird at first, but it was just a baby.
Craig, have any hummingbirds?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they can show up once in a while.
Well, they must. The neighbor at the end has like 4 feeders out there. They don't really have them this time of year because they migrate. But.
So Pinky's the bad boy of the hood, huh? The Z went up to him and he went, "Rawr." Z went, kind of funny, I didn't know where Blackie was and found out she was under the covers. Right next to me. I went to bed, I'm like, "What's? Oh, so that's where you are?" She found out she could sleep like that. Sure, she couldn't breathe, she'd get out from underneath.
Yeah.
You're not that stupid. I had a dream we bought a car and then we bought a house. Some of it through some of the programs I was doing, some of it was my money. I'll put you on as beneficiary for the house, and I'll put my sister on as beneficiary for the trust. When I do it next time, I'll send it to them and see what happens. They have to use it. They can't do anything else. Yeah, everybody knows I'm a marshal, so I don't think they'll harass me for it. They all know it's mine. I don't think they want anything out of it. I need a shower. I was making my drink out of the Mongo, and I put the 3 bottles up on front, underneath the bed, and I forgot I did that yesterday. Wow, I already had 3 bottles. That's just where I put them. And I put 3 underneath the chair. 2 mango and 1 fruit punch. I think the mango is actually better than fruit punch if you spike it right. That ghost is here again. You hungry? Want a pizza?
Sure.
Okay, I'll cook that as a pizza then. I'm hungry too. Yeah, just leave.
Which said the dock sustained a structural failure around 4:30 p.m. Saturday, sending about 20 people into the water. Reginald Hall is among the roughly 30 full-time residents of Sapelo Island.
We as a community of the Gullah Geechee on Sapelo Island are heartbroken. We're heartbroken that our guests had to suffer this. We send out our love and we wrap our arms around the family members of the deceased.
The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is investigating the dock collapse. For NPR News, I'm Benjamin Payne in Savannah.
You're listening to NPR News in Washington. Moldova held a presidential election today. There are 11 candidates. Polls suggest the pro-Western incumbent Maya Sandu is favored to secure another term, but she must win the vote by 50% to avoid a runoff. Voters are also deciding whether to insert in the Constitution the goal of joining the 27-nation European Union. 16 artists are now part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, inducted last night in Cleveland. The ceremony was streamed live on Disney Plus. From member station WKSU, Kabir Bhatia reports.
She waited 34 years, but Cher has finally been given rock's highest honor. The actress and singer opened the show by joining Dua Lipa for a duet of her dance classic, Believe. Last year, Cher made headlines when she slammed the Hall for snubbing her. But on Saturday night, she only briefly referenced the long wait, as well as her high-profile personal life.
It was easier getting divorced from two men than it was to get into the Hollywood, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you know?
Artists are eligible for the Rock Hall 25 years after the release of their first record. Other long-eligible acts making the cut this year include Jimmy Buffett and Kool and the Gang. For NPR News, I'm Kabir Bhatia in Cleveland.
In women's basketball, the WNBA championship takes place tonight in New York, pitting the New York Liberty against the Minnesota Lynx. The Lynx beat Liberty Friday night to force the fifth game. This is the first time since 2019 that the WNBA finals have gone the distance. I'm Nora Ron, NPR News in Washington.
Support for NPR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors include Luminescence Foundation, dedicated to shedding light on neurological research focused on Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases, and supporting land conservation initiatives, and the listeners who support this NPR station.
Colorado Public Radio's programs are sustained by gifts from members, including network partners Robert Connolly and Linda and Philip McCurdy. Thank you. There's information about giving levels on the support page at cpr.org.
From WNYC in New York, this is On the Media. I'm Michael Lowinger.
And I'm Brooke Gladstone. In late September, Donald Trump hosted a handful of his billionaire benefactors for dinner at Trump Tower.
Over steak and baked potatoes, the former president tore through a bitter list of grievances.
The New York Times reports.
He made it clear that people, including donors, needed to do more, appreciate him more, and help him more.
The top 5 individual donors this election all gave to conservative causes, and that's never happened before. So why is Trump so cranky? You think it may have something to do with his opponent?
But you'd rather be Kamala Harris's bank account than Donald Trump's right now. She has crossed the $1 billion mark.
Kamala Harris raised twice as much as Trump in the past 3 months, cashing big checks from Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, Michael Bloomberg, and her longtime friend Laurene Powell Jobs, former wife of Steve Jobs. But she's not relying on just a few deep pockets.
Kamala Harris is outpacing Donald Trump in grassroots financial support. 42% of her funding comes from small donors, compared to 32% for Trump.
Compared to last election, Trump's campaign has seen a massive drop in the amount raised from small donors. 40%. Did they perhaps hear this news from August?
About $50 million in donor money was allocated to help pay for Donald Trump's legal battles in 2023. The majority of his funds have come from small dollar donors.
I am guessing there have to be at least some people who wrote checks who are not happy that those checks are out there paying his lawyers.
Or maybe Trump supporters are just tired. They've been prodded for funds for 8 years straight, including during Trump's presidency.
This is your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, with some very exciting news. By popular demand, I'm doing a new series of Trump digital trading cards. It's really something. These cards show me dancing. Get your Trump watch right now. It's Trump time. I've seen a lot of coins out there using my very beautiful face. I'm a very beautiful guy. I'm only kidding. But they are not the official coin. RealTrumpCoins.com.
It has put additional pressure on Team Trump to court and support billionaire
Andrew Perez, senior politics editor at Rolling Stone. Timothy Mellon Jr. has donated $125 million to Trump's primary super PAC.
Wow, who was that? Huh? Some billionaire rock star
like North Carolina.
gave Donald $125 billion.
I don't think you can give them that much.
That's
They're
what they.
limited on how much they can give.
That's what they say. That's what he said. You'll hear it tonight if it's true.
And here's another top donor for
Which
Trump.
means he's past Harris.
$100 million. She is affiliated with
Kind of
Preserve
scary.
America